Aloha and welcome back to High Now Daily. Now, earlier this morning, I had the chance to talk to the Deputy Director of DBET, and we chatted about how the Pro Microgrid is really impacting our overall economy here in Hawaii. Check it out. I'm here with Dane Wicker, the Deputy Director of the Department of Business, Economic Development, and Tourism for the state of Hawaii. Dane, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Lauren.
Okay, so we're here to talk about something pretty big, which is, of course, HTDC and HCAT. I want to know how they directly feed into DBET's mission to grow economically and, of course, also inspire a lot of innovation.
Absolutely. So HCAT is a division within Hawaii Technology Development Corp. And the Development Corp to us serves as an agency that can help implement. We have, under DBET, 17 either attached agencies or divisions combined. And collectively, they can really help us move the needle. So in our framework, this cradle-to-grave framework, HTDC is that entity that can receive and help with the transition to implementation. So let me give you an example. As we talk about this microgrid, what they've done is a pilot or a proof of concept regarding PV. It's a 2-acre site out there at Pearl Harbor, and it provides up to 1 megawatt of PV. So as we look at our Hawaii State Energy Office, they really help plan and do the analysis and where the state should head to achieve our 2045 renewable energy portfolio standards. But once they give us their proposed projects, somebody has to help with implementation. And as we looked at the Pro Microgrid and HCAT's role, they can help us be that transition into implementing some of these projects.
That is so awesome. And speaking of, the state's renewable energy goals, that's so important. How is that directly feeding into the technological advancements of the state?
So for DBET, we have 3 sectors we're focused on in moving the needle or growing our economy. We talk a lot about diversification. And one of those sectors is manufacturing. And within manufacturing, we have advanced manufacturing, we have the value-add manufacturing, and our creative industries division, which includes fashion, tech, design, as well as media. As the state looks at manufacturing as a potential industry here, one of the main costs to do business or inputs is energy. So we have to look at energy and how to lower or stabilize that cost to welcome business, to help business lower their costs. And through microgrids, which are basically a proof of concept, that will help us not only mitigate risk of implementing or scaling up these projects, but also to look at where these projects make sense.
Absolutely. So, this microgrid, it's serving as an example really for what the future holds. So, how can consumers or even, business owners look at this as, a potential aid for their future?
So a couple of the projects that DBET is focused on is really regional economic development. And what we're coming to find in the manufacturing industry is that some of our cottage industry businesses, or even those who want to incubate to maturity, they rely on specialized equipment and specialized facilities. So this administration with DBET and working with our legislature, we're focused on where those facilities need to be placed and then looking at that infrastructure system, including energy. And if we were to do a microgrid project on site to not only feed energy into those facilities, but any excess put into the grid to help us chip away at our 2045 mandate. What this also does is allows us to put in the infrastructure not only for the business, but hopefully the community that surrounds it. And if we can look at scaling up, what does that mean to lowering the cost of electricity for our homeowners, our community, which ultimately helps with the quality of life?
Huge, right? So this is good for our environment, it's good for our economy, it's good for our economic growth, all good things. Well, Dane, thank you so much for helping break down what this really means for the state of Hawaii. And if anyone wants to get any more information about DBET and everything that you do, which is so massive,
sure,
where can they go?
Sure, you can visit us online, www.dbet.hawaii.gov, or reach out to our office. We'd love to meet, discuss, understand what some of those challenges are economically, and where our strengths and weaknesses are for the department as a whole when it comes to diversifying our economy.
Absolutely. Dane, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you, Lauren.